Hi everyone! Today I wanted to talk a little bit about my humidifier. So this little thing is a machine that uses ultrasonic vibrations to produce more humidity in the air. As you all probably know, I live in Australia and we are heading into winter, and that means it's getting drier and I have really awful hay fever. So my nose is consistently irritated. You probably can't see it here, but I have used so much foundation to cover up my redness. I also have really superficial blood vessels, and that means that with the dryness, the hay fever and the blood vessels, every time I sneeze, I am risking a full-on gushing nosebleed. So I've been using this humidifier to try to get the humidity next to me up to an acceptable level, and it's working really well. So on the whole, you want the humidity to be somewhere between 30 to 50%. If it's below 30%, then you get dry eyes, dry skin, irritated throat, irritated nose. If it's higher, then what you end up with is it feels really stuffy. It can cause mold to grow as well, and bacteria. And that can make your allergies worse. So it's a bit of a balancing act. So I thought it'd be interesting to talk about how these little machines work. This is one from Oil Garden. I got given it as a PR sample. I don't think they actually sell this one anymore. But what it has inside it is this thing. This is the ultrasonic humidifier, diffuser, vaporizer thingamajig. Technical term. So diffuser just means something that spreads stuff. Usually they're talking about essential oil. So this will be a diffuser because it can spread essential oils. You can just soak a piece of material with essential oils and that can act as a diffuser. Humidifier means that it increases humidity. So if you put water in this, then it produces this watery mist and that increases humidity. Vaporizer means it turns something into a vapor, into a gas, and again, this does that. Vaporizers usually refer to something that uses heat though, and this, instead of using heat, it uses ultrasonic vibrations. So to explain how it works, I actually brought a whiteboard, which I know is a bit extra, but bear with me, I like using whiteboards. So what our ultrasonic diffuser has inside it is a ceramic ultrasonic plate. And this is connected to electricity. Yeah, okay, that's electricity. And what that does, I think it's on both sides actually. Whoop. What that does is it makes this vibrate. So it goes. On top of that, you have your water. And so as that goes, it makes the water vibrate as well. Now water is a bit slow, it doesn't work quite as quickly, and so it goes out of sync. So sometimes what happens is this plate goes down while the water level goes up. And so that means that there's an area of low pressure here, like you're expanding that. And that creates a big hole. This is called cavitation. I should really label my diagram. So this is our plate. This is water, and this is our hole. Very technical here. And this whole thing is called oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I haven't taught in a while because of the lockdown, and so I can't teach anymore. And also usually my whiteboard stays still. All right, so this is cavitation. We get this big hole, and so holes don't like being there. I think the phrase is nature abhors a vacuum. The hole doesn't like being there, so the water comes in, rushes in, and collapses the hole. And as you know, when things collapse, there's a lot of energy, and so all of this energy, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I am usually a better teacher than this, I swear. Energy. So all of this energy, when this water collapses, turns the air up here into little tiny droplets. So these are micro-sized, micro droplets. And that's what you see coming out of the humidifier, which I will put a video of in a bit. So all of this mist it gets created with this process in the plate. Okay, so that happens on top of here. So this is sitting like that. You pour water up to the max mark, and then it sits on top of that plate, and you've got the whoop, 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 whoop happening, and that's turning the micro droplets into this, forming a whole bunch of micro droplets in this cavity. So there's like a, well, this is what it looks like, and there's like a big void there. There's a hole up the top. So it forms this mist up there. Now there is also a fan inside this base, and you can see there's the air outlet for the fan. So the fan, not sure if you can see that. So that's not connected to the, it eventually becomes connected to the rest of the device. Yeah, basically there's a fan here, air comes out here, air goes in here, and then it comes back out here, and it pushes that stream of micro droplets up. So yeah, so this is actually really quiet because all that vibration from the plate, that's ultrasonic, which means it's past where humans can hear. So yeah, very, very quiet operation. The fan is very, very quiet as well. It's just got a gentle whirring noise. And another fun feature of this, which I think a lot of these devices have, is that you can choose the light color. So there's two buttons here. One is turning on the mist and one is turning on the light. And if you click the light a second time, it stops it at whatever color of the rainbow you want. So yeah, just a fun extra feature. This comes with a cord, so it's powered by USB, 5 volts, 1 amp. So I actually have it sitting next to the computer, which I'm pretty sure is not recommended because water and electronics. So first you pour the water in, then you put the lid on, and then you can press the button. So the top button is the mist and the bottom button is the light. So there's the light. You can press it again to set the color, turn it off. Press the top button for the mist, and there it is. That is your stream of micro droplets coming out of the top. It's actually sort of hypnotizing to look at. So if you put your hand in that, it doesn't really get wet. It feels a bit wet, but you can't actually see any condensation on your hand. So I'm going to do something you're not meant to do, and that's take the lid off, and you'll see why you're not meant to do it. Alright, so it is splashing everywhere, but you can see the cavitation working and the mist, so yeah, don't do that. So with these humidifiers, it's really important to make sure that it's clean, because this ultrasonic plate, it doesn't heat up, which is really good. I think with essential oil people, they say that it doesn't break down the ingredients in the essential oil, so the oil disperses without any sort of decomposition, which can happen with heat. But in terms of humidifying, I only really use water in this because I don't like having to clean it as much. If it's just water without the oil really likes sticking to plastic, and so it's a bit of a pain to clean. Yeah, so because there's no heat involved, you want the water to stay really clean. And because of the way it works, it just forms these micro droplets. Whatever's in your water will end up in the mist, and you end up inhaling that. So you don't want there to be mold inside it, and mold is probably the main reason why people have trouble with these, why they can actually cause poorer health. So if you empty it every day and let it dry, then that will usually solve the problem. About once or twice a week, you can also wipe it down with vinegar, which depending on your device, some of them tell you to use detergent. This one says avoid detergent and just use vinegar. There are lots of tutorials on how to clean it. I won't go into that, but yeah. My humidifier, which is saving my nose right now.